Good morning, patients and visionaries. Today I'll be talking about everything else but eyes. I'll be talking about my feet today. Now you might ask, what has feet got to do with an optometrist, and why would an optometrist actually talk about feet and even go barefoot walking now? Because this is what I've been doing the last 15 months. Now let me tell you the story of how I got into barefoot walking, and let me tell you the story how it's made an absolute difference in my balance, my well-being, my walking symmetry, the way I walk, everything. Let me tell you that story. Now, approximately 18 months ago, I actually bumped my head, and the next day I actually saw a shadow coming across my vision. And I realized that that small little bump, unfortunately, had led to a retinal detachment. Now, it was emergency surgery for me, and I spent 4 weeks flat on my stomach. After 4 or 5 weeks coming back to work, I had no depth perception. I could only see with one eye, and I missed a little lip like this, and I sprained my left ankle. Now, my left ankle has been my weak leg, my weak ankle for many years, due to an injury which I developed, which I sustained in my early 30s, a paragliding injury. And then I made it worse by tripping over a stone on a pair of stairs when going downstairs. Unfortunately, this led to complications in my whole way that I walked. Over years, my right leg became bigger and stronger, my right foot became bigger, and my left leg became smaller, and my left ankle and foot became smaller, which led to quite a big size difference. And I'll show you a picture I took a couple of months ago. Now, when I sprained my ankle, I actually couldn't fit my foot into a normal shoe. It was swollen so much. And I realized, I had to now go back to work. It was already been 4 or 5 weeks. I was off work, and I had patients that I had to see, and I had to make a plan. And for that time, I firstly tried one of these Vibram barefoot shoes. This is not the original pair I had. This is a relatively new pair. And the simple reason why I used this is that this can actually stretch. So I could actually put my swollen foot and ankle into this and come to work. And after a week or two, I noticed that not only had the swelling gone down, but I was actually walking a bit more comfortable. And then I went back to my normal shoes. And a couple of days later, I felt that my ankle was again playing up, and I was becoming sore. It was becoming sore and uncomfortable. And again, I pulled this previous old pair out of this, and I put this on, and a couple of days later, I felt better again. And this continued for about 4 or 5 months, where progressively over time, I realized that the moment I was wearing shoes, my walking was more unstable. I had more ankle awareness, more pain, more instability in my walking. I couldn't walk as far as when I was walking on the Vibram barefoot shoes. Now, I wanted to know what was going on. And this led me to an interesting research article where they did some research in Africa and looked at people that wasn't wearing any shoes at all. And they found to their surprise that they had no foot, hip, or ankle problems at all. Matter of fact, their mobility was much better than today people living in European countries, for example, or walking on normal shoes on hard pavements. Now, what I tell my patients is that it made a big difference in my life. And if there's something that you can do to actually monitor your walking pattern, you can go to your iPhone and put your health app on and look at the walking asymmetry. There's a measurement which your phone will do for you to see how symmetrical you walk. Now, in my case, I didn't know this originally. I just knew that when I was walking with my barefoot shoes, I was actually walking easier with less discomfort, more comfort, And I didn't know that my phone could actually measure my walking pattern. All I knew that at that stage is that my vision wasn't working well, and I was relying on all my senses to keep me upright and balanced. So when it comes to your feet, uh, all those systems assist your proprioception. And your hearing and your vestibular system also helps your balance. And of course, lastly, your vision helps you balance as well. And those three systems keep you upright and balanced and walking comfortably. Now, I was very interested in why I found this to be such a big difference in my life. Now, I tell my patients today, and of course, the reason why I'm making this video is many patients see me in the practice walking with these things, the Vibram Barefoot, or now, of course, in winter time, I walk with my Vivo barefoot shoes as well, and there's no arch support at all. Now, I'll show you a picture again of how my left foot looked approximately a year ago. My arch was very flat. My arch wasn't very well developed. My foot was much smaller than my right foot. And the reason why I'm making this video is that it's quite amazing how my foot has actually grown larger and stronger from the period where I've basically just been walking barefoot. Now, the only exercise I did in addition to walking barefoot was toe raises. I would actually stand on my toes and do 20 or 30 of them a day, maybe once or twice. That was the only exercise I did in addition to just going barefoot walking. Now, not everybody can do barefoot walking, but when you get older, it is important to realize that you want all your balance systems working as good as possible together, because your balance systems is that keeps you moving around comfortably. And of course, the biggest risk when you grow older is falling. You don't want to go and fall. So my advice is if you can, make sure that you walk as often as possible barefoot. Not everybody can go into barefoot type of walking, but I think that if you can walk barefoot where you're at home, where you're comfortable, it's great. Watch out for barefoot walking if you're walking on hard level surfaces, especially in the beginning. I found that walking in a mall, for example, my feet was really quite sore. At that stage, my foot wasn't strong enough. And even today, after about a year, 18 months, I still find that walking long periods of time on level hard surfaces, I got to change my walking pattern a little bit. I can't just do this heel toe walking like you would normally do with normal trainers. Now, looking at my feet now, I'm going to show you some pictures of how my left foot looked approximately a year ago, and how my left foot looks today. Now, also, I've actually been measuring my walking asymmetry. Now, the first time I looked at, and I found this measurement that your phone does for you automatically, on the iPhone, it's very well developed. I was shocked to see that my walking asymmetry was over 40% asymmetrical, simply because I was walking like right foot and then a little bit left foot, and then right foot and a little bit left foot. Now I'm actually walking properly. I don't have any more pain on my left side, my left ankle. And in general, my mobility has increased a lot. But if you just look at the physical transformation of my left foot, which was approximately a number 7 size, UK, and the right was about a 9 size, you'll see that they are now nearly identical in size. And this is just because my feet has now been working properly together. My left foot is actually now starting to grow stronger because it's now working. And any ankle pain I had is just about gone. If I go for a long walk today, sometimes I would still feel a bit of ankle awareness. But in general, my feet is now working great. I don't have any pain. I can go for longer walks, even do some mountain walks now, which I couldn't do for many years. If I did try and do that the next day, I couldn't walk at all. And this is all due to the fact that my feet is now working the way they should be working. And this is the important aspect. Once you grow older, and as you grow older, you have to look at all those systems that keeps you upright and balanced. So I think I'm going to be doing some more balance exercises myself. But when it comes to my shoes, I sincerely doubt that I'll go away from these in a hurry. I use these primarily in summer, and when it's like a bit wet in Cape Town or abroad, I use the Vivo Barefoot foot shoes. And they work great. Any questions you want to have regarding my own journey, what I did, how I did it, you're welcome to send me a request on my YouTube channel. But yes, all I can say is good luck. There's many things that younger people can do, but they can't be as old as what you are today. And certainly they've got no idea of pain and discomfort, what you have as you grow older.